We need a party that's going to be there for the people, for the working people.
Let's talk about it with tonight's panel. Leslie Marshall, Fox News contributor and syndicated radio talk show host. Larry O'Connor, the radio host of WMAL in Washington, D.C. and associate opinion editor at the Washington Times. And Elizabeth Harrington, a senior writer for the Washington Free Beacon. Welcome all. Great to see you tonight.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Okay, so on this issue of Michael Moore, by the way, my understanding is that also part of this deal were Senators Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. Together, one writer estimated their net worth is $55 million, and they've got 10 to 12 houses among the three of them. But Larry, they were preaching that it's time to get serious about poverty, and they're the ones to do it.
Yeah, it is kind of fun. At least Michael Moore is consistent, though, I have to say. I mean, he is a socialist, and he hates corporate barons on the right side of the equation, left side of the equation. He hates successful people, and I guess he's railing against those in the digital world who have sort of aligned themselves with the left. But he did make some very good points there, specifically about the Democrats spending way too much talking about Russia instead of actually worrying about the people whose votes they lost this last time around. He's right about that. But I agree with him. I think that it's, actually, I don't agree with him, but I think that it's interesting that the Democrats are now hating on Facebook, and they think Facebook is horrible, but they loved it when Facebook is what helped Barack Obama get elected. I don't know why everyone is shocked that Facebook is storing, keeping, and using our data. We give it to them so we can use the site. We all knew that all along. They're just angry now because Trump got elected.
Well, to that point, because we know over the weekend there was a former Trump campaign worker who worked with their campaign who said they figured out in 2012 that we were doing this, but Facebook didn't stop us because they were, quote, on our side. Ben Shapiro, writing in thehill.com about the fact that they knew the Obama team was doing this in 2012, says this: Facebook had no problem with such activity then, they do now. As soon as Facebook realized that Cambridge Analytica had perused a similar strategy, they suspended the firm. Leslie.
It is well known in any political circle, Shannon, that Cambridge Analytica was pro-Trump and was working with the Trump campaign. So I don't buy that from Facebook. And Larry, it's not just the liberals who are angry at Facebook today. It's both left and right. It's people who wanted their privacy protected, who just trust me for Mark Zuckerberg isn't good enough. And with regard to Michael Moore, you know, for 10 years, the first and second most philanthropic human beings in the United States are Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, respectively. So he really should not be dissing those billionaires, regardless of what side of the political aisle they fall on.
Well, when it comes to the social media issue, tonight Zuckerberg was also asked whether he would testify before Congress. He seemed open to that. He was asked also whether they should be regulated, and he said, well, maybe we should be. In the meantime, Elizabeth, Dianne Feinstein, Senator, a Democrat out of California, said this last fall when it came to light that there were things about ads and, quote, fake news on Facebook. She said, you've created these platforms talking to the tech giants, and now they're being misused, and you have to be the ones to do something about it, or we will. I mean, there are a lot of folks on the left who love these platforms, you know, 8 years ago. Now they say not so much.
Right. It's great that a liberal guy like Mark Zuckerberg, who has political ambitions, it seems, of his own, is now being attacked from the left and the media, all because they still can't come to grips with the result of the 2016 election. And Facebook has been blamed before for Donald Trump's win, whether it was fake news or the Russian bots with their propaganda. And now it's Cambridge Analytica. Never mind that they did virtually the exact same thing as the Obama campaign did in 2012, which was use a third-party app and to get data on not just their supporters, but all of their friends off their friends list. I mean, and the media hailed it at the time. They said, look at the digital wizards at the Obama campaign and how, you know, they mastermind this with Facebook. And now all of a sudden it's a criminal thing because Republicans happen to do it. It just doesn't stand up. It's so hypocritical and a double standard.
All right, Leslie, what have you got to say? I see the
well, first of all, there is a criminal element here. I mean, the FEC actually has rules in place which Facebook was supposed to be under. I don't know about you, but I'm on Facebook, and nobody asked me, and nobody was guarding my privacy, which Facebook was supposed to do, simply by saying, do you, Leslie Marshall, or any of you watching, or any of us on this panel, opt out? And he doesn't even talk about that for the future. This doesn't have to do with the 2016 election. I know that you think that and that you want us liberals on the left to be angry about that. We are angry, regardless of our ideology, because our privacy was breached. That's what we care about, because in a sense, people trusted Mark Zuckerberg. And by the way, as a Democrat, I find it laughable. I find it laughable that Mark Zuckerberg would run for office.
Very quick final word to Larry.
Yeah, I honestly, the only reason this is making news is because it was tied to the Trump campaign. If they found out that they had used your private information to sell you a cruise ship, nobody would care. The fact of the matter is this is really hurting Democrats. First it was Russia, then it was Russian bots, now it's Facebook. They have to face the reality that they lost this election because of issues, because of immigration, because of the economy, because of trade, because of taxes. If they want to keep blaming the boogeyman in the dark corner that kept Hillary from getting elected, they're going to lose again.
All right, we got to leave it there, but panel, please come back. We have much